All right, Reaper team, on a serious note, I don't ever ask much from you guys except for to watch, subscribe, and enjoy the videos. I hope they help. Today, I'm just passing along a sad note. The young man pictured here, his name's Ryan. He's only 11, guys. His family has a house right around the corner on my lagoon here. And all I ever hear is how much he loves fishing and how often he's out on his skiff fishing. He's a big Reaper fan. His uncle had told me that just the other day he was taking selfies behind Reaper, behind my boat. But team, tragedy struck just about a week ago, I believe. He was out back, and unfortunately, he sustained very significant burns, and I mean to the tune of about 90% of his body. He had to undergo, from what his uncle had told me, probably a very extensive operative procedure, including debridement. Team, that's very painful. And not only that, he's in for a very long road, as is his family. So please, if you can go visit this GoFundMe page, I'll provide the link below if I can. It's certainly going to be up on my Facebook, so you can either find me at Christopher David on Facebook or Reaper Fishing NJ on Facebook, and I'll put it in my Instagram, which is Reaper Fishing NJ. Again, awesome young man, stellar fisherman. Ryan, you heal up, you get strong, and I promise you, once you're ready, and you got your strengths with you, we're going to take you out. You'll be with me and Captain Zach out on Reaper killing some tuna. So get well, my friend. Heal up. All our thoughts and prayers are with you. And Reaper team, come on, step up and help this young man out. So I hope you guys enjoy this next video with some Tog Chowder. Come on, Dale, get on the board. Let's get this side on the board here. All right, so did not think I was going to film today. You can see it's super rough starting off here. The day really started off very slow. But then, we started to pick some fish here and there. Let's see, Billy. There you go. There it is. That's it, Dill.
Nice one.
Whoa. Best one, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Woo. Let's see him, bud. Hold him up. There's the Dylan, man. Nice little male. Yo, hell yeah, dude.
Dude's like, oh my God,
dude.
the hermits and
Gold.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, no, stay
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good fish. There you go.
He woke up early.
Maybe 5, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's 5+ for sure.
Yeah, she's 6 pounds, 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Pretty one.
So you can see here behind us, the wind really laid down. And guys, at the end of the day, probably between 1 and 4 p.m., Dylan put on a clinic. The other boys did really great as well. You can see some footage here where it's just fish after fish after fish. But guys, make sure you check out Dylan's channel. It's Dylan L Fishing. He's from the same hometown as me. It's probably the only real YouTube channel I actually watch. He's a rising star in the New Jersey fishing community. An excellent young man. He's got a bright future, so go check him out. Support him. I don't know how many keepers. He said he's plus a limit. I don't know.
I think I am 5.
Show me the rod.
Challenger,
Black hole challenge.
Black hole Challenger. Okay. See him yet? You want a net?
Oh,
got him. Oh yeah, dude. 4th quarter, baby.
Yo,
Look at her.
That's a
She's-
personal
she-
best for me, man.
Is it? She's 10? Yeah.
I think that might be.
She's probably 10. You want to release her, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get her back in the water, dude. I think you're definitely gonna be close to 10. Yeah.
Might not be my best. It's close though.
Close?
It's very close.
Yeah, let's see her. You got it. Dylan, there's your personal right there. Okay, you're good. Bring him in. All right, guys, we got Dylan with one nice one.
No. Oh, shit, look at this one.
Oh, that's a big one. You want me to net him or what? I don't mind. All right, guys, there's one big one. There's 2 big ones. Oh, and there's the 3rd one. Get him, Billy. Look, guys. Let's see, Greg. Let's see yours, bub. Nice male. We made a mess. I made a mess.
Mess of a mess is right.
We're getting our magical hour here, guys. Captain Chris is doing absolutely nothing. Let's see, bud. Don't lose him. Let's back up over here. Woo, yeah, Billy.
Beautiful.
Absolutely awesome, guys. Good job, dude. All right, guys. So Greg just got nailed, and he literally dropped the rod. It was going over to Davy Jones' locker. He caught it midair. And let's see how big.
He's coming home.
Let's see how big.
Came too close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's good,
That
dude.
was gnarly.
That was awesome.
Guys, Dylan is just killing it. Another nice one, dude. Let's see, bud. Dang, another nice one, Dill. Just killing it. Yeah, man.
You all right?
He is
Send him back.
showing me how to do it.
Gorgeous male.
Dill, let's get him back. Yeah, bud. Woo! Right back down. Let's see.
Another lady.
Another lady. Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah, man. Guys, Dylan is putting on a clinic. Another nice male. Dylan, you are slaying, dude. That's a really nice one, dude. Like, that's his like. That's got to be your 10th keeper.
It is.
It's not more.
And I released the last big male. This will be my last keeper if I keep it.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll keep
A
it.
little roaster.
Feed the family today.
Feed the family. There you go. It's that time. Well, now you keeping them.
Now we'll go on CTE.
Yeah. Good job, bud. So yeah, you can see, team. I mean, the ocean just got beautiful. Sun's going down, and Dylan just sat back in that corner and just laid into him for a solid hour, hour and a half. I couldn't catch a fish. After a while, I was just so off my game. I just stopped fishing and enjoyed the show. I just, videoed Dylan and the boys. It was fun. Look at that sky. That's it. How many did we keep?
Maybe 10 or so.
So we only kept 10. We caught well more than our 4-man living, I do believe. Good job, dude. Yeah. Nice ones.
Epic
All right.
day, guys. Epic day on the water. Shout out to Chris for hooking it up.
Yeah, like $600 of jigs in
Dylan L. Check him out, guys. He's the man. He killed it on the jig. Greg released a couple that were definitely anywhere from 5 to, I think that other one was 8-9 pounds.
Yeah.
That one big female, yeah. Billy did good. He caught a bunch. And World, I stunk. I think I caught 2 or 3 tog the entire day, and I caught no keepers. That was embarrassing. And yeah, may God have mercy on my soul.
Put the crew on the fish. That's all that counts.
Yeah, captain takes credit for all the fish. Yeah.
Put us on the fish.
All right, Reaper team, what's going on, guys? So you can see I got my Reaper tog rod here. Team, today I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do probably for the last 2 seasons. I'm actually going to go ahead and use 2 nice fresh tog carcasses. We're going to make our own fish stock, and we're actually going to make a Tog Chowder. I had a little bit. Dylan's mom had made some, and he brought some down for me. It was absolutely delicious. But I wanted to try it on my own and make my own fish stock. It's just something I've been wanting to do. So this recipe is from On the Water magazine. I'll put the recipe below and actually the link as well. So let's get cracking here. What I'm going to do is take the heads and all the guts out of these 2 fish. These 2 carcasses. One's probably 3 pounds. One's probably 5 pounds. Got a bunch of fillets up top. Up in my refrigerator. And we'll show you guys how we're going to get this recipe done. Yeah, team, so let's see what we got here. So, yeah, 2 nice tog carcasses. What we'll do is just go ahead and cut the head off, get all that gelatinous stuff out of there, get all the guts out. Obviously, I really want the bones and the fins. And that's going to provide us with the fish protein for the stock. The seagulls are excited. Just kind of getting all that gunk out of there. All right, so that's one. I'll rinse that off real good. What's in his stomach, guys? A bunch of just muscles. Look at that. Okay. Big old teeth. Look at the size of his teeth. Yeah. Rinse out our bucket a little. Give the racks a quick rinse with just a little bit of fresh water to help me get some of the blood out. All right, team, so you can see I'm out here on my first floor porch. We've got a little makeshift, steaming station here. It's just a steam pot, stock pot, whatever you want to call it. I've set this up with this apparatus I bought at Bass Pro. It's hooked up to propane. It's nice. I can come down here, not bother the wife. I can steam up clams, shrimp, crabs, obviously. Doesn't stink up the house, and I'm not clinking around and, making a huge ruckus. I eat a lot of times like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. She's probably already sleeping. So at any rate, you're going to need yourself a stock pot, obviously heat source, and then some of the ingredients to make the fish broth. So basically what I've done is I've just chopped up 3 carrots, about 4 celery sticks, and just one whole white onion. I didn't even chop that up. Again, we're just making stock here. Gonna need a little olive oil, some salt and pepper. We've got some whole peppercorns, a little bit of thyme, and then a couple bay leaves, and then I just need. All right, team, first thing we're gonna do is get our heat right. We're gonna add some olive oil. No major measurements. I'd say just enough to kind of get that bottom coated real good. And then all we're going to do is add our vegetables. That look good or what? Alright team, that should be good on the vegetables. It's been about 10 minutes here. Let's get the other ingredients in. So the recipe calls for a half a cup of white wine. Again, I'm not much in the way of a measurer. Just going to pour some in. We'll start with this so it don't deglaze the pan a little bit, or the pot rather. This is a Bacchus, I don't know, a Chardonnay. I stole from the wife stash, so don't tell her. But I always learn, don't cook with something you wouldn't drink with. So it smells pretty good. So I don't know. Half a cup of that. Add in a little salt. Yeah, nothing major. And crushed black pepper. Let the heat back up a little bit. I'm just gonna add some whole peppercorns as well. Put a couple sprigs of thyme in there. Nothing major. Thyme is fairly strong, so you don't want to overdo it. At least for me, I don't like a strong thyme taste. So a couple sprigs of thyme, and then just a couple bay leaves. I don't know, maybe 3 bay leaves is good. Alright, and then we've got prime ingredient. So we've got our fish carcasses here. Again, gills removed, guts removed, head removed. So basically just dealing with the rack, the fins, and the leftover protein in there. So we'll add that. And then from here, it's really just adding water, bringing it back up to a simmer. And then I believe it's about 45 minutes. Alright, so we've got some warm water from inside. It just kind of says just to add enough to really cover everything. So I'll get the fish actually covered up here. So alright, that should be good. All we got to do now is cover up. Basically, we're going to keep it on a simmer for about 45 minutes. So I'll set a timer, and we'll come out and check it periodically. And then after 45 minutes, I'll probably let it cool a little bit. I'll bring it upstairs, and I'll just kind of strain it through one of the finer mesh strainers that we have. And then boom, hopefully that'll be our good Tog fish stock to start the Tog Chowder. Alright guys, it's been about 20 minutes. Check on the progress here. Yeah, looking pretty good. She's steaming away. Another 20 minutes, we'll take another look. Alright team, it's been about 45 minutes, so let's take a peek. Doesn't have much smell to it, really, honestly. Let's see what she looks like. This is looking pretty good, huh? Alright, so while that fish stock cools off, we're going to go ahead and start the other ingredients to actually continue with the Tog Chowder up here in the kitchen. Just a couple of the other ingredients that I chopped up. So basically it calls for 3 cups of chopped yellow onions and then 3 cups of the red bliss potato. So I've gone ahead and chopped all that up. It calls for, let's see, it looks for 3 cups of tog fillets. I don't know, I might have to eyeball that a little bit. So it says cut them up into 4-ounce chunks, and then again 3 full cups. So let's go ahead and we'll process some of the tog fillets that I have, and we'll kind of gauge how much I want to add. I'll probably make it more rather than less. Alright, we'll start off with just 2 nice tog fillets. Yeah, just absolutely beautiful, nice white flaky meat. What we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off, make sure there's no bones in them, and I'll just cut them up into, again, 4-ounce little cubes. This will have it. I want to keep it somewhat thick, kind of something like that, so I can, really taste the tog. You know what I mean? I want to be able to taste the fish mixed in with the chowder. I don't want to just be eating, bacon and potatoes. Alright, so yeah, so that's not terrible. That's 1 cup of nice fresh tog there. Alright, interesting. So basically it's 1 fillet equals like 1 cup. So perfect. Maybe I'll do like 3.5 fillets or something like that. But yeah, nice beautiful white tog fillets cut up into nice little cubes. Again, I want to really be able to taste the fish. And then we've got a bunch more. This is from 2 trips ago. I actually kept a good amount. When Alana gets home, I'm going to cook her up some regular tog fillets. The tog is done for the chowder. Now let's just get to cutting up the rest of the ingredients and get cracking here. Next ingredient I got to chop up before we keep rolling here is just some bacon. So 1.5 cups of bacon. Get that chopped up. Gentleman that wrote up that article from On the Water said it's actually a good idea to freeze it for about 15 minutes, and it makes it easier to chop before you cook it. And I can see how that would make sense. Yeah, it helps, guys. Nice and firm. I think that'll definitely help get this bacon cut. This will go for the seagulls, the rest. Alright team, fish stock should be cool enough to go ahead and strain it. This is kind of the only strainer I have to start. If I need to do it any finer than that, I do have one smaller one. So let's get the process rolling here. Hopefully we don't make too much of a mess. No, we did all right. There you go. There's one bowl of fish stock. I might want to run that through a smaller filter here. All right, and then there's our second bowl. So, all right, so the stock is, you know, in separate bowls. It's got an interesting smell to it. That's the only way I can describe it, is interesting. I can't put my my hand on it. Almost just smells like, almost like smells gingery. I don't know. I didn't put any ginger in there. I don't know. Maybe too much time. I hope not. So what I'm gonna do is just take a small little strainer and just kind of continue to strain some of this out. I made way too much, but I think what I'll do is I'll freeze. You know, I'll freeze the rest of it. I guess also too, we should probably taste it, right? What the heck? Tastes like I would imagine fish stock to taste. Alright, so this is a pot we're actually going to go ahead and make the chowder in. First step is to take the bacon and just really heat that up until you render out all the fat. And then they say to pull the bacon out and just leave a little bit of the bacon fat in the pot itself. So
Can't get it for me. I'm going to take my business.
a little National Lampoons as we cook.
Where's my old car?
Let's see, team. Still got Little Reaper in the water. Not for much longer, I don't think. And yeah, beautiful. Not quite the vanilla sky. Been getting every day. A little overcast today, but not too bad here in New Jersey. I do enjoy it. I mean, honestly, look at that. Woo! If that's not a good start to a recipe, I don't know what is. All right, again, we'll drain off a good amount. Just all we need is a tablespoon. So we've got our bacon cooked. We're gonna set that aside. Try a little piece. Oh my God, that's unreal, unreal. All right, now what we want to do is add. It says to add the onions, but you know I've got the onions and the potatoes all together, so I'm just gonna add everything. So over a medium heat, it says. Now what I'm gonna try and do is at each step just maybe season a little bit. So a little crushed black pepper, just a little bit of salt. We'll probably cook this, I'd imagine, until the onions and the potatoes start really kind of getting nice and soft here. All right, everything's starting to get pretty happy here. Just stirring that around, and I think what I'm going to do here is just add a little bit of the dill and the thyme. Pretty sure it calls for 2 full sprigs of dill, so I'm just going to add a little bit now. Let that get happy with the potatoes and the onions. Now we'll add just a little bit of thyme here as we go along. Should be good. Alright team, so the onions are nice and translucent. We've got the potatoes already starting to soften. I kind of veered a little bit from the recipe, but you know, you'll tweak it to the way you like it. Right about now we're going to go ahead and add the fish stock, and then we'll cover it up, and then I believe we're going to cook it for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'll take a peek. Alright, so we've got our fish broth. We're going to add, it says, 1, 2, so 3 cups of fish stock, and I'm going to add just a little bit extra. Again, we're going to simmer that on medium heat for about 15 minutes. Right about now too, I'm just going to add, now that we got the broth in there, I'm just going to add a little bit more thyme and a little bit more dill. And I'll probably also add a little bit of just extra salt and pepper. Alright team, so I always kind of add and subtract from recipes as I go along. You know, I'm looking at the recipe now. The gentleman said that a lot of times what he does is he will cook a little bit the tog, either fillets or chunks, with some flour and some butter. I'm going to leave that part out just to not thicken it up too much. I like the chowder a little bit thinner for me. I want it a little bit more like a soup. I would imagine if you want it thicker, then what you do is go ahead and follow this exact recipe. So the flour that's in there, I didn't add. I'm just going to go ahead and add in the chunks and let them cook in. So, but it's been 15 minutes. The potatoes are nice and soft. So now what we're going to do, hopefully this comes through, is we're just gonna add our Tog, all right? So we're gonna add the Tog, cover back up, simmer for another, they say to put it to a low heat and then cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. All right, looking pretty good, Reaper team. We got the fish in there. Let's get that covered up. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes now with the Tog in with the broth and the potatoes and the onions. So what we're gonna do now is add, so our 1 cup of the light cream. And then, I had never heard of this ever before in my entire life, but it's what's called evaporated milk. I didn't know that existed, but it's a 10-ounce can, and it says to add all of that. All right, team, next up we got to make a roux. All right, so basically you're dealing with, seems like a half a stick of butter for the most part. I think it was 4 tablespoons of butter. And then basically what we're going to do is add 2 cups of whole milk that we're going to add to the chowder that we've already kind of started. I'm going to add this just kind of, yeah, maybe a little more. Okay, so we've got our whole milk. And now the recipe calls for about 4 tablespoons of flour. So we're just going to get my meatballs in there and get that in there. So that looks like about 4 tablespoons.
Really, hon?
And we're going to whisk that all together.
Hon, come on, you're gonna get flour on the floor. Why don't you rinse your hand off? You got it on your pants. I can't live with you.
See what I'm dealing with?
You're such a mess. You're a slob. If I see flour over there, I'm gonna lose it.
I think I added the flour a little too early. Basically what we want to do though is stir this constantly. Get all those ingredients nice and happy and really kind of melted together. Let that flour really kind of not disintegrate, but not get so bulky. It's important to keep stirring this up so it doesn't get too thick. It's already starting to get pretty thick, so I might actually add a little bit of milk here. That's actually pretty good. Okay, now we're going to add that too. And yeah, it says just cover the pot up, leave it for 30 minutes, and you're ready to roll. Our chowder is just about done. Had it simmering now for a little while. I'm just heating it back up. So far it smells a lot like the lobster bisque that I made maybe a year or 2 ago. It came out delicious. So let it warm up a little bit more, put it in a bowl, pour the bacon bits over top of it. That's what the recipe calls for. And then we'll do a little taste test. Alright team, it's finally about that time to give it a shot. Yeah, it looks delicious. So now we've got our dried bacon bits here. Let's add, recipe calls for a generous amount. Add a little bit of that. Dylan also had said that he enjoyed adding a little JO seasoning. I tried that with the one that his mom had made. That was unreal. This I just want to kind of try de novo, and then I might add a little bit, so we'll see. Well, that's good. I gotta make it thicker, I think. You try it. Let me know what you think. Something's missing. I don't know what it is. I think salt and pepper.
Of course you know I was gonna.
I feel like something's missing, guys.
Did you put the bacon?
I put bacon in. I feel like something's missing, huh?
Oh.
You let me know. Maybe
It
salt.
needs to be thicker.
Maybe salt, pepper. Might need to be a little thicker. Something's missing. I don't know what it is. What do you think? Salt and pepper?
Salt.
Right?
More butter.
More butter?
No, maybe some salt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe the JO seasoning will be good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other way to thicken it up too would be to add some of the oyster cracker. You know? It's got a good taste to it though, don't you think?
It's good, but it needs salt.
Alright, so let's add a couple let's do a couple of them, little soup and oyster crackers, and then add a little bit of that. That'll
Mix
give it.
it.
Yeah, mix that up. That'll give it
What's
a
in
little.
that? Leave that out.
JO seasoning. It's,
I don't know what that is.
All-purpose. It's got a little
All-purpose?
cayenne, probably salt, pepper.
Let's see.
Try that out. I might need to make more roux.
That's good. It's better.
Better? So the recipe says if it's too thin, you make a little more roux and then you add that to it. Again, this will thicken up after 2-3 days. Let's see.
It'll probably taste better tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
It's better.
Oh yeah.
Still needs salt.
No.
Okay.
No, once you add the J.O., that's delicious. Alright, so as it stands, cooking it loose like this, not loose, but thinner, more of a soup, I would have added corn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would have added corn. It would have been more like that lobster bisque I made.
Yeah.
But, that being said, if I wanted to thicken up, I don't think it'd be hard to thicken it up either. So, but the way it is, add a little of those crackers, a little bit of the J.O. seasoning, like Dylan recommended. You get here a little bit of the, you get paprika, you get salt, you get pepper, you get a little cayenne.
You got potato in there.
And that kicks it up a little bit. And that's really good, actually, the way that is. So, but also, the way that I made it, you also really get a chance to taste the Tog. It's not overpowered by too much cream or butter. It's really good, don't get me wrong, really good. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, really good. Honestly, Dylan's mom made it much better. I'll have to get her recipe. But I'm going to finish this. As always, guys, hit that like button, subscribe. I got tons more videos coming. It was a great fall. I made up for lost time. I needed it. I've been fishing hard. I'm tired. I'm going to finish this out, go to bed. So, thank y'all. God bless y'all. Happy holidays. I'll see you. Alright, team, real quick, second batch. So, what I did to thicken it up, I added a little bit more flour and we added just a little bit more butter. Figured king our own butter. So, we'll give that a shot. Again, we'll add our bacon bits. Sorry, cholesterol. The other thing I would do is, at the end, I would probably add like green onions. Chives right on the top,
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good. Let's try this out. We add a little more salt. Again, a little bit more butter and a little bit more flour to thicken it up. A little too thin. Try that.
I can smell the onions.
Yeah. It's gonna be hot,
I know. Batter.
Better?
Well, onion it.
Still not delicious. Right? Still not delicious. No. It's not like whoa.
Right. Not
Right?
like.
No. It's not like whoa.
Not like whoa.
Normally we're like.
Sorry. Honey.
Normally I make something like whoa. Right? That's not it. Yeah. All right. It is what it is. We tried. Just real quick. It's the next night after I made the Tog Chowder, and gentleman Jimmy Fay, I think his name is, from On the Water. He had said day 2 or 3 after you make it is actually better. And man, day 2, it's like way better. It's absolutely delicious. Maybe all the flavors just got more married. I don't know. I don't know if that's a word. More married? Yeah, I guess so. They married well together. And it's absolutely delicious. Wow, so good. So we're getting ready for some Thursday night football here. I haven't been betting in a while, but I got some action tonight. So we'll see. Let's go Chargers.